So I try to tell you silence not a game. I texted and called you, but still you won't explain. I really need you to love me with your strength and night. Even a week will do, you should know it feels so right. Having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh. There are no ladies who can say they are this tight. Oh, oh, oh. Having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh. Never felt this way about anyone before. Well, maybe that's not true, there were 2 or 3 more, but no one would sign this thing, so it's all now up to you. It's not gonna hurt at all, just a solid week or 2. Oh, having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh. There are no ladies who can say they are this tight. Oh, oh, oh. Having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh. If you sign it, I will take the pills today. Twin flames will get doused and go away. Let me in, I wanna be one of your tribe. You and me have a real friend, lover vibe. Oh, having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh. There are no ladies who can say they are this tight. Oh, 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 oh. Having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh. If you sign it, I will take the pills today. Twin flames will get doused and go away. Let me in, I wanna be one of your tribe. You and me have a real friend, lover vibe. Oh, having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh. There are no ladies who can say they are this tight. Oh, 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 oh. Having the babies, if I don't hear back from you tonight. Oh, oh, oh.
Hello, how are you all? How are you doing? It is a rainy day in New York. The hair had to go back to its normal its normal iteration because with the weather, it was going to start frizzing up. I'm using a new hair product today, but I don't think I like it. I think it's looking a little frizzy. I'm not a fan. All right. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm Megan Fox. I am a journalist, and we have a lot of new stuff today to get to. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to be here, but I'm going to try and get through at least the emails and Mike Maraccini's statement that he has given to David Dingus, or Gingras, Laura Owens' attorney. And it is a mic-dropping statement, let me tell ya. It is unbelievable. All right. First of all, I have not had a chance to redact this stuff. So what I'm probably going to do is, this was sent on Monday, May 6th from David Gingras to Randy Supalik, who is Mike Maraccini's attorney. And I think what I'm going to do is just take a screenshot of it without the email addresses and just bring it up as we go so that I don't have to redact stuff. All right, let me put this over here and let's start reading. All right. Miss Pollock, I'm writing to document our discussion just now and to explain my position. Per the email below, We spoke about your client Mike Maraccini about 2 weeks ago. At that time, I told you I just wanted to speak with Mike and hear his side of the story. Oh, God. Why? Why do you need that? Like, I understand, like, there are some rules where you get to talk to witnesses or whatever, but I don't like that he's constantly getting on people to talk to him privately. You know? Like, let's get on the phone so there can be no record of what we're talking about. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Make sure you like and subscribe and share the content. YouTube does keep demonetizing me, and I don't know why, especially when it's about this topic for some reason. But we are going to cover the Owens v. Eckerd case. We're going to cover it thoroughly, and anything that comes out is going to come out, and we're going to talk about it. I can make it a little bit bigger, but that's about it. All right. I also explained that if Mike was going to be a witness in the Arizona paternity matter, I could and would be willing to subpoena him for a deposition if he was unwilling to have a simple phone conversation. In response to that discussion, you sent me the email below stating that Mr. Maraccini was not going to testify at the trial in June. Since then, counsel for Mr. Eckerd has indicated Mr. Maraccini will be testifying in person at trial in June. This, of course, is inconsistent with what you said below. To clarify the situation, I called you again today to ask if it was possible for me to speak with Mr. Maraccini. Your response was, to paraphrase, "No, we are not willing to cooperate with you." And he wonders why. In light of that response, I want to make two things clear. One, if Mr. Maraccini intends to testify at trial, then I have an absolute right to know this, and I have a right to interview him. That interview can be done informally in a phone call, or it can be done formally in a deposition. Either way, refusing to cooperate is not an available option if Mr. Maraccini wants to participate as a trial witness. On the phone, you suggested Mr. Maraccini may just show up at trial rather than participating as a subpoenaed witness, i.e., he would simply choose to be there, either as a spectator or as a non-subpoenaed witness. If that is his plan, I need to be clear about our position. If Mr. Maraccini shows up as either a spectator or as a non-subpoenaed witness, Laura will ask the Phoenix police to have Mr. Maraccini immediately arrested for violating the restraining order issued against him. Copies attached. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I don't see this any other way than witness intimidation. To me, this is witness intimidation. I don't know how he gets away with this. And he's going to make some excuses, but look at this. Here, this is so crazy. Yeah, if you're going to come to this trial that you have an interest in, to see your abuser get her just desserts, we're going to have you arrested. Wow. In short, I agree Mr. Maraccini can testify at trial without fear of arrest, provided he complies with the rules of procedure. That means, among other things, I have the right to interview him and take his deposition if necessary. If Mr. Maraccini does not want to comply with the procedural rules, that's 100% okay. I am more than happy if he wants to stay home, assuming he hasn't been lawfully summoned. But if he comes within 100 yards of Laura without being compelled to appear by valid subpoena, then he will risk arrest and prosecution for violating the restraining order. Wow. Note, Rule ER 3.4 of the Arizona Rules of Professional Conduct provides a lawyer shall not request a person other than a client to refrain from voluntarily giving relevant... Okay, hold on one moment. We have to get the next one on the screen. From giving relevant... Where is it? Information to another party. I wish I could pull this up in an easier way, but I really don't want to put his email address and stuff. Okay. Hold, please. It's a complicated business. It's funny how many of you get triggered by my hold music. So many of you are like, I hate that hold music. Stop it. No, I won't. I will not stop. Won't stop, can't stop. Based on this rule, I assume Mr. Woodnick has not instructed you or Mr. Maraccini to refrain from speaking to me. If that has occurred, it would be a per se violation of the ethical rules. And, just so to be clear, I am not, under any circumstances, suggesting Mr. Maraccini should not participate in the trial if he has relevant information. All I'm saying is that if he wants to testify, he needs to do so in a manner that complies with the rules and the law. This is mandatory to ensure basic fairness to all sides. Please note that it is a felony under Arizona law for any person to unlawfully withhold testimony, to evade legal process, to appear and or fail to appear when legally summoned. Oh, you mean like Laura at her deposition? You mean like when Laura didn't show up for her properly served and noticed deposition? What happened to her? Nothing. Was she charged with a felony? No. So forgive me if you quoting Arizona law about, the felonious nature of not showing up or failing to appear or whatever is some big deal, because clearly it isn't. Clearly, it's not a big deal because nobody gets slapped with anything. For avoidance of any doubt, nothing in this email should be construed as an attempt to cause Mr. Maraccini not to appear. This is the part where he says, I'm not threatening you. I'm not threatening him. I'm going to arrest him if he shows up, but I'm not threatening him. Nothing in this email should be construed as an attempt to cause Mr. Maraccini not to appear. On the contrary, I would very much like him to appear. Yeah, sure you would. Provided he does so in a manner that complies with the rules, including the rule that requires the prompt disclosure of the substance of his testimony. Oh, that's what he wants. The substance of his testimony. I think we're going to get to that in just a minute. And the rule which entitles me to interview him prior to trial. Okay, fine. Let's see what's next. Let's see how this goes. And then it looks like then David sent an email to Greg. Right after that, pull this up. By the way, I'm so proud of Mike Maraccini, by the way, for being like, screw this guy, screw this whole process, and like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And he's talking to us, and that is within his right to do. Why is this not moving? Weird. I'm having problems now opening my screenshot. There we go. There we go. All right, hold on. All right, I don't have anything to redact on here because all these emails are public. Wonderful. I just didn't want to put Randy's email out there. All right, here we go. Too many buttons to push. Let's make this bigger. Greg, this is from David Gingras to Greg Woodnick on May 8th. Just to follow up, I'm in the process of looking for a computer person in San Fran to look at Mike's laptop. Yeah, it really shouldn't take that long. You're in the middle of San Francisco, which is the tech capital of the world. Laura wants to move forward with that review, and while I'm not confident it will change anything, I do think it may help her remove doubts about what the laptop shows. That alone could be worth the effort. Ooh, this is an interesting admission. This is very interesting. Forgive me if I'm wrong here, but hold on, I need my little highlighter. Where's my highlighter? No, not a filter. All right, I guess I don't have it right now. This is a very interesting admission. Laura wants to move forward with the review, and while I'm not confident it will change anything, as in, I see that it says what it says and it came from her. I do think it may help her remove doubts about what the laptop shows. And by the way, I have just gotten access to the entire report, including all of the text messages between Mike Maraccini and Laura Owens. And oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff in there. And I'm going to go through it and share the things I can share, just not today, not right now, maybe later. I have to, but it basically lays out the entire relationship from the moment that they met until today, until that the last day that he quit looking at his computer in 2017. It's completely preserved. Yes, can I help you?
What does sequence mean?
Hang on one moment, please, folks. Okay. All right. So I think it's very interesting here that he is admitting the laptop shows what it shows, and she's the one who needs to know, who needs to understand that she's nailed. As discussed, I'd also appreciate you setting up a call with Maraccini if you can. I guess there's also a technical issue with that. Mike is, to my knowledge, represented by Randy Sue, and I don't have her consent to talk with him. So if Mike is open to having a call, which I hope he is, I just need to make sure that I have consent from his counsel. Well, then why doesn't he email her? One last thing after talking with Laura about this. She said she has lots of questions for Mike. What? She has lots of questions for the guy she says tried to kill her? That she did a chicken soup for the soul and a TEDx talk about? Curious. I think this should go immediately to the judge in the case in California for Mike Maraccini and show him that she's not really scared of him because she's got questions for him and she wants to talk to him. I told her my preference is to have her send me any specific questions, and I'll see if Mike wants to answer them. She also said she's willing to speak directly with him. Huh. Wow. But that may not be appropriate in light of the restraining order. Yeah, you think? You think it's not appropriate for Mike Maraccini to show up in a court case that he's mentioned, that he's a witness in. That's not appropriate. You want him arrested. But it's totally appropriate for her to talk to him. Wow. Wow.
Because you are a corrupt person. You're the most corrupt.
Yeah. Unbelievable. On the other hand, if Mike has a strong preference in favor of directly speaking with Laura, maybe we can make that happen. I'm licensed in California and can probably do some sort of stipulation with Randy to modify the California order to allow this just to be safe. You know what? You should be offering to have it removed. With this new information, you should be telling her to drop it. P.S. This goes without saying, but to the extent I suggest Mike would be arrested if he comes to court in Arizona, that suggestion is completely and totally withdrawn. I only said that because I didn't want Mike to show up without giving me a chance to at least interview him, as I would with any normal witness. So I threatened him? This is some bullshit. So I threatened him with arrest. I didn't really mean it, though. I just wanted to talk to him on the phone. I thought it would get him on the phone with me. So I threatened him. As long as Mike agrees to have a reasonable call to answer some questions, I'll stipulate and agree that his appearance in Arizona is not a violation of anything and will not expose him to arrest or other legal consequences. That's not going to happen anyway. There will be no legal consequences for him coming to a court where he's been ordered to be there as a witness. Ridiculous. Unbelievable. This guy is unbelievable. And I think the bar needs to hear about this situation now, too. All right, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, you're right. This is the button that we should be using right now.
Go fuck yourself. But Go fuck yourself.
All right, so Greg responds to him. And this one's really short. I'm not going to take the time to screenshot this. It says, David, let me know about your computer expert ASAP. Mike is fine with the tech issues being reviewed by your expert. There are other files on the computer that are personal and private, so we need to figure out how to assure that those are not accessed, but that should be navigable. In addition to the tech confirmation, Colin Scanlon recalls all of this, and he was present during the meeting with Ron Owens at the address in San Francisco where they discussed the situation. Ron was apologetic for what Laura had done. Mike mentioned he is willing to talk to you. Of course, I let him know that you were very thoughtful during our call today. He needs to vet it with Randy. I did not mention Laura wanting to talk to him, only because I forgot. But I'm going to guess that he will take a hard pass. But I could be wrong. This needs to end, period. Greg. Oh, that's interesting. So now we have some insight into the fact that Dingus was thoughtful on a call with Greg, and Greg is now telling him in no uncertain terms this needs to end. Sounds like Dingus is starting to understand what's happening here. All right, this now is the real mic dropping moment. I'm going to redact Mike's email address from here. I'm going to pull this up. Dang it. I don't know why my sniping tool is not working right. I'm having trouble moving things around on the screen. All right, there we go. This is the real mic dropping moment. Mike has responded to David Gingras, and he has told him what he can do with his offer to talk. This is one of the best things I've read in this case. Let me bring this up. Mr. Gingras. Greg Woodnick reached out to me and gave me your contact number because you've expressed a desire to speak to me. I want you to know that I was about to call you and tell you about my harrowing experience with Laura Owens and all the lies she told, including, but not limited to, lying about being pregnant with twins, telling me she had cancer, threatening to harm herself, and emotionally terrorizing me to coerce me into a relationship with her. But before I could pick up the phone, I saw that you tweeted out a photograph of me and Laura and audio from a radio show we did together from that traumatic time in my life. I cannot express to you how inappropriate and offensive that action was. You have accused me of fabricating evidence and lying, which led me to take my laptop directly to an expert for analysis. Well, Dingus, look what you did. Look what you did. By posting all that crap online about Mike Maraccini, you lit a fire under his ass to come out and destroy your story. Unbelievable. Thank you, David Dingus. You are the best thing that happened to this case. And by the way, emotional terrorism is a very good way to describe what it is that Laura does. I had moved on with my life and had no interest in opening up old wounds that have so injured me. But you made it impossible for me to sit quietly. You posted my deposition online to accuse me of lying, and you humiliated me purposefully. I deeply resent the allegations, which is why I decided to turn over my laptop as evidence in the Clayton Eckert case against Laura. We both know that she sent those doctored medical records to me, and now you have the proof. I could not in good conscience remain quiet and watch Laura use this same playbook against another innocent man. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I have decided that I will not speak with you on the phone. I will speak in a court of law on June 10th, under oath. And I will tell the truth about the horrors that Laura visited on my life. You may ask me any question you want, and I will answer with the whole truth. You do not understand or willfully refuse to accept how traumatizing my interaction with Laura Owens has been. She has destroyed my reputation and ruined background checks by taking out a fraudulent order of protection against me based on lies that have affected me personally and professionally. She accused me of horrific acts of domestic abuse that never happened. She fabricated medical evidence and held threats of self-harm over my head to keep me locked in a relationship that was toxic and deeply disturbing. But perhaps the worst thing you have done is to suggest that I should talk to Laura, the woman who attempted to, and in many ways did, destroy me. This is the same woman who continues to renew the false order of protection against me and pretends to be terrified I'll be in the same courtroom as she. Why would someone so afraid of me want to speak to me and violate that order she insists she needs? This just a day after you threatened to have me arrested if I showed up at the courthouse to be a witness. The fact that you would suggest such an inappropriate call between me and my abuser, strong, proves to me you have no idea how inappropriate it would be to speak to the woman who fabricated wild tales about me and turned them into a TEDx talk and an entry in Chicken Soup for the Soul that will live forever. This letter, which has been painful for me to write, has addressed everything you wanted to speak to me about by phone. All the best.
All the best.
Michael Maraccini. All the best. Yeah, he did. He made it bold and italicized. All the best. What a hero this guy is. He came in to save this case, I swear. It's incredible how much drama is involved in this case. Let's get to some of your super chats. Elaine Burris became a new member. Welcome to the Fox Den. Thanks so much for being here and supporting the program. I sure appreciate you. Unhung Hero, thanks for the super chat. Band name for your songs, Megan and the Moon Bumps. Sarah Adams, thanks for the 2. Says, I love juice. Got really excited and fell on face. Don't fall on your face. Bethany became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's pretty weird in here, but I think you're going to enjoy it. And Roy Lonsinger, member for 2 months, says, nothing wrong with hold music, but please update your hold music to 21st century standards. But that's the fun part about it. The fun part is that it is like old school elevator music. I love it. I love it. I think it's funny. So no, I will not be updating it. Polly Bailey, thanks for becoming a member. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's super weird in here. And Hope Johnson, thanks for the 5. Help with more whiskey sours for stress. God, I had a headache the next morning. It was no good. I shouldn't have done that. I hate the headache. You know, it's always fun in the moment, but the headache later, it's just, ugh. All right, let's see. What are we going to do next? What was I going to do next? Did I have a plan for this? Yeah, Mike Maraccini is definitely taking his life back for sure from this woman. And, yeah, it's exciting. Very, very exciting. All right. What else do we have to do? All right, so speaking of the expert report, let us actually read through it because I have not done that yet. Hold on. So the expert report is pretty interesting. Downloads, where did I put it? All right. Is this it? Yeah. I think. Wait, how many pages is this? Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh my gosh, there's so much to go over. All right, so what I might actually do, so I'm going to read the quick report that was released, which I think is on Twitter. Yeah, it's on Twitter. But then I'm probably going to go and read through the full report. I have to read through it first. I can't do it live because there's a bunch of stuff that's private to Mike. So what I'm probably going to do is we'll keep this stream short today. I'll read through the expert report, and then I'm going to go and dig in to the full report because the full report is going to be full of stuff we've never heard before. And that's exciting. Okay, here it is, the forensic report. Let's pull it up. It's on the Justice for Clayton Twitter page. Let's go to open a new image and new tab. There we go. Share screen. All right. I, John A. Berryhill, declare. I am president and COO of Berryhill Computer Forensics, Inc., a firm which specializes in the collection, preservation, analysis, and presentation of digital evidence, including computer hard drives, flash media, smartphones, and other digital data. Our methods are court-proven and ensure the integrity of the evidence in the chain of custody. The facts set forth in this declaration are based on my personal knowledge, and if called as a witness, I could and would testify thereto. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree from Lamar University in Engineering and Computer Science and a Master of Science degree from the American Public University System with a concentration in digital forensics. I received training in computer evidence handling, analysis, and special investigations in the Air Force Special Investigations Academy, and I have been working in the field of computer forensic investigations for more than 29 years. I have led computer forensic investigations for law firms, major corporations, and small businesses, as well as for the United States Air Force. As a major in the USAF, I was a special agent in the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, investigating crimes such as central systems fraud, homicide, theft, child P, and counterintelligence. I have also worked extensively with the California Department of Justice Advanced Training Center, serving as an instructor, curriculum developer, and teaching certified computer crime investigations courses. I have testified 55 times as an expert in computer forensics in the Superior Courts of the State of California, other state courts, United States District Courts, and in military courts in both civil and criminal cases. Additionally, I have provided 33 expert depositions. Since being in private practice, do I sound like a robot? I see that my Wi-Fi signal is very low. My connection signal looks low. You know, Spectrum was supposed to fix my problem, and they did. It looked like they did over the last couple days because the upload speed has been where it's supposed to be. But I see that, okay, now it appears to have fixed itself. I'm running a speed test. Hold, please. All right, chat says I sound good. All right, that's good. I'm just checking because I have to run these every once in a while because I'm going to nail them if they don't fix it. No, Rogue Mama, no, thanks for being a member for 4 months, by the way. The Give Send Go for the trial is not open anymore because it was fully funded, so I shut it down. But thank you. Thank you very much, by the way. All right, no, my speed is fine right now, so I don't know why. Streamyard was telling me that the connection was low, but whatever. All right. Since being in private practice, I have conducted examinations of computer hard drives and other devices containing private and confidential information in more than 1,230 cases in which I was entrusted with individuals' personal data, corporate internal data and communications, financial data, privileged attorney-client information, trade secret information, patent and pending patent applications, and confidential research and development information. These cases have included a broad spectrum of issues and parties. By the way, just think about how nerve-wracking it is to turn your computer over to somebody for a full download, to dig through your life. Would you want that? Would you want to turn your laptop over for that? I sure as shit wouldn't want to turn mine over, I'll tell you that much. Just because of all the personal stuff that's on there. Think about all the text messages. This guy didn't just get his text messages with Laura. He got his text messages with everyone, including his current wife, and who knows what else. So imagine what it takes, what it must take to want to hand over your device and just be completely open about, here's everything. You know, you have to be really upset. That tells me more about Mike Maraccini than anything, because he's just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Like this can't continue. What a good guy. What a stand-up guy. Yeah, everything. Your Google searches, your GPS locations, everything. I wouldn't want anyone to see my Google searches either. They're crazy. They're insane. I always, with the work I do, the stuff that I have to Google on a regular basis is weird as shit. Okay? Weird as shit. My Google search history is ridiculous. At least I have an excuse, though, because of my job. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, I just think that's just more ammo in the case here for Mike's credibility, because he threw out his own personal privacy for this. He's been so open, and yeah, I'm really proud of him. Some of you asked me if I've been contacted by anybody else, because after I put out the call. The answer is yes and no. I can't really talk about what. I'll say this. I was contacted by someone claiming to be a victim. I'm not convinced that they are a victim. And when I put out, I mean, it could be Laura herself. Just put it that way. Could be her. And I think that it might have been a test, like to see, would I go forward with unverified information? And of course I won't. So it was a silly test if that's what the test was. And if it really is a victim, and the victim just stopped talking to me for whatever reason because I asked to get on the phone, that's always a bad sign. If you're like, okay, I want to hear your story, let's get on the phone. And then they won't or don't, red flag. So I don't think I have been contacted by any legitimate victim, but that may still happen. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There was information in the emails that I received that I don't think anybody but Laura or a victim would have. So do with that what you will. I can't, I'm not saying it was her. I'm not saying, I don't know. I don't know, but I couldn't verify it. And so if I can't verify it, I'm certainly not going to go forward with it. Because that's not how I do. That's not how we do it. All right. Was it signed All the Best? No. No, she knows we're on to her now about that. So, you know what? I'm going to look and see how it was signed. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. And if this truly was a person who really is a victim and they just got cold feet, like, I'm sorry. And you don't need to have cold feet. Nothing bad's going to happen to you because of this. There's no liability in coming forward. Not when you have so many other people who have also come forward. So I that's not something you have to worry about. Let's see, how was it signed? It was not signed. It was just last sentence and then a name, but not like a real name, a nickname. That was the other thing. No identifiers, no identifying from like a random anonymous email. Yeah, the thing is, victims, you can contact me and I'll keep your identity confidential, but you have to share it with me because I have to be able to verify it. So you have to give me your actual name and verify, so I can verify who you are. And that doesn't mean that I would share that. That would be confidential. I would protect my sources. I always do. Oh, I'm sure there was a tracker on it. I don't know how you could tell though. But I think with Proton, I'm not sure if Proton Mail blocks that kind of thing. I use Proton Mail and they might block it. So I don't know. All right, let's keep reading this. This is the expert report. Hold on, let's get to these super chats. Julie, oh, thanks for the 20. Follow Megan on Locals so you always get notifications because YouTube is asshole. That is true. YouTube is asshole, and we do have a live chat going on Locals right now. How you doing in there, guys? Let me bring up the Locals chat, see if anybody's in there. Yep, they are. I know this trial is going to be awesome. It's going to be such a good time. So if any of you can get to Arizona for June 10th, we're going to have a party. It's going to be a lot of fun. Squid Pro Quo, as a member for 5 months. Thanks, Squid. Baby Squid loves your hold music and dances every time. It has ended many tantrums and saved me countless hours of stress. Never change it. Well, Baby Squid is our channel mascot. This is for you, Baby Squid. Just for you, Baby Squid. I think it's good music. It makes you feel happy. I love it. Kimmy, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the 10. Says, all the best breadstick money so you can tell Dingus off you fuck in person. Hashtag Pond Scum Posse. We ride at dawn. That's right. Sarah Adams, thanks for the 2. Says, for your grave digging. Thank you. Ronnie G became a new member of the Fox Den. Welcome to the Fox Den. We have snacks. Pull up a chair. It's fun in here. Miss Erica S., thanks for becoming a member of the Fox Den. You are very welcome here. May bring out your wild side. You never know. Yeah, we need a video of Baby Squid dancing to this. I agree. You're going to have to... Squid, you're going to have to post that on Locals or something. We need a video. Lauren Nighty, she's in the chat. Lauren, I loved your most recent video, by the way. Everybody go over to Lauren Nighty's channel and make sure that you subscribe and like and watch her latest video about why this story is so important that we keep following it. Very good video. Very, very good video. You know, Lauren, you have a really good way of boiling things down to its most important in a short period of time. I wish I could do that. I don't have that skill. I talk too much. Okay. But oh, Lauren Nighty says, I loved your drunk live. It was fantastic. I watched some of it back and I had to stop. I couldn't watch it. I was like, oh no. There was dancing. Oh God. In short shorts. And also, I get so slow. My talking gets so slow that you can put me on like 1.5 speed and I sound normal. I was thinking about taking it down because I got embarrassed all of a sudden, but then I was like, everyone's liking it, so let's just leave it up. I had a rough week, okay? I had a really rough week. I don't do it very often, but I really regret the headache I had in the morning. But I'm glad that you guys all appreciated it. I didn't. I liked the twinning. Me making fun of of previous me, future me making fun of past me was pretty funny. Oh yeah, Sarah, it was unhinged. Did you miss it? Oh, Sarah, you would appreciate it. No, I won't take it down. I do get so slow though, like my tongue doesn't want to work properly, and so I have to like be very deliberate about pronouncing my words because yeah, and then I went on with Nick afterwards and almost fell asleep in my chair. It was so bad. It was so bad. Oh, I don't even know what I said. He hasn't spoken to me since, so God knows. I made him eat a stick of butter though. That was funny. Nick was eating butter. He's trying to gain some weight. We gotta make him gain weight. Texas Taz says, if the meetup is not at Olive Garden, I'm gonna be disappointed. We need those unlimited breadsticks. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, let's get back to this. These cases have included a broad spectrum of issues and parties ranging from individuals involved in personal and financial disputes to multi-million-dollar corporate litigation. My experience in conducting computer forensic analysis has included the analysis of more than 3,490 computer hard drives, more than 6,900 floppy disks. Wow, that's reaching back into the time machine. Do you guys remember the floppy disks that were big and actually flopped? You could shake them and they would flop around like a Polaroid picture. And then they called the littler ones that were hard, they called them floppy disks, but I always felt like that was the wrong name for them because they didn't flop. If they don't flop, how can they be a floppy disk? A floppy disk has to flop. You don't remember floppy disks? Yeah, they were huge for the Macintosh, for the Apple computers. Oregon Trail, the Carmen Sandiego would be on a floppy disk. And you had to slide it into the machine and push the button down. Remember that? Yeah, and you couldn't touch, you had to handle it with white gloves. The larger ones were called 3x5s. We always called them floppy. Yeah. All right. CD tapes, discs, CD-ROMs, smartphones, and other digital media. Since being in private practice, I have provided computer forensic analysis and support to many local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies in their criminal and civil investigations. These have included the California Employment Development Department, California Office of Real Estate Appraisers, California Department of Insurance, California Highway Patrol, California AG's Office, Federal Bureau of Investigation, holy crap, the FBI, Bureau of the ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Well, I would say this guy is qualified. Immigration and Naturalization Services Investigations Division, Palo Alto Police Department, San Mateo County Sheriff's Office, Half Moon Bay Police Department, the Santa Barbara Police Department, and many state and federal public defender offices. Wonderful. All right, now we need to go to page 2. Background. This office was contacted by Michael Maraccini, who requested that his personal computer be processed as evidence pertaining to ongoing litigation for which he is a witness. Specifically, he requested text messages and related attachments to and from Laura Owens using the phone number there to be extracted, documented, and analyzed for any evidence of tampering. On May 4th, 2024, the computer-designated evidence item BCF1237, an Apple MacBook Air model A1466, was hand-delivered by Michael Maraccini, what a hero, to the BCF office. The computer was to be released to Michael Maraccini on May 6th, with the recommendation that it remain out of service and securely stored until the conclusion of any pending or potential litigation. Analysis and process. Full forensic image copy was created using Celebrite Digital Collector version 3.7. A full acquisition log is maintained in the BCF files. The forensic image copy will be maintained in BCF records for a minimum of 1 year unless the client specifically requests otherwise. It was noted during the forensic imaging process that the computer's internal clock read 3/9/2017, 16:22 PST. When the actual date was May 4th, 2024 at 15:34 PST. This is an indicator that the computer has not been in regular service for some time. The Apple OS X has default settings to keep the internal clock and calendar updated when the machine is connected to the internet. All text messages and associated attachments from and to Laura Owens were tagged and produced in standard Celebrite inspector report. By the way, Rachel, thanks for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for sending 10 on Cash App. Cash App is specifically my massage app. I use all of the funds there to pay for my neck massages. That's because I have a card attached to my Cash App account. So I just leave all the Cash Apps on there. And when it's time for massage, I just pay with that card. So you guys are helping me. When you send Cash Apps, you're helping me get a massage for my neck. And so far, so good. I'm looking for the actual message that came along with it. Oh, and Lois, too. Lois, thank you very much. It says, for Murphy's Law, take my ramen money. I love it. Yeah, Murphy's Law, man. Anything that can go wrong will. Rachel says, for Megan, the Fox sound, go see my story in chat, please. Oh, no. I don't know if I'll find your story in chat at this point. It may be up there a ways. But you can always retype it, and maybe I'll see it again. All right. The report was produced as a single 2,489-page PDF document. That's the one that I have that I'm going to go and read after this, with links to the associated attachments. The report is identified with the date-time marker. This report and attachment file structure was provided to Mr. Maraccini and Mr. Woodnick via a Dropbox link. Note that all times referenced in the report are in UTC. For the items of interest in the August-September 2016 timeframe, to convert to PST, I almost said PTSD, subtract 7 hours from UTC. I have examined the file structure and continuity of the text message streams and associated attachments found on this computer. I find no evidence of tampering or alterations that would question the authenticity of the messages included in my report. That's very important. I was asked to address the allegation that Mr. Maraccini fabricated evidence in the matter. In reviewing the material, one of the items of interest is a photo and a paper report from Planned Parenthood referencing Laura's visit on 8/10/2016. This photo was attached to a text. Let's go to page 3 or 4, whatever this is. In a text message. It was attached to a text message from Laura's number on 8/12/2016 to Mr. Maraccini. See page 653 of 2489 of the BCF Celebrate PDF report. The internal metadata of this photo shows it was taken 8/10/2016 with an iPhone 6. The location tracking GPS was turned off for this photo. Analysis of other photos found on the evidence computer show photos that I believe were taken by Mr. Maraccini around the same date. These photos were taken with an iPhone 6S. This is one of the many examples that refute any allegations of fabrication. Similarly, there are creation dates on the screenshots, PNG files, from around August to September 2016 timeframe that show the screenshots were captured prior to when they were attached to their various text messages. If requested, I can extract all the metadata for all the associated pictures and screenshots. I have confirmed with Mr. Maraccini by an examination of several photos that he confirmed he took with his phone in the months before and after August of 2016 that his phone at the time was an iPhone 6S. As a further example of the continuity and authentication of the presented evidence, I have extracted the metadata associated with the 7 text message attachments listed below. The items listed show the page number from the provided PDF report, attachment file name, and the date time of the text message. Each of these are messages from Laura Owens to Mr. Maraccini. In each case, the internal metadata for the attached image shows it was created just minutes before each text message was sent. Wow. And these would be the fabricated medical documents. I have also examined a sampling of other attachments to text messages on other dates from Laura to Mr. Maraccini. In no case did I find any evidence that contradicts this narrative. I have found no evidence of tampering in any material related to this case or otherwise, and believe the text messages, as shown in the Celebrate PDF report, accurately depict the text communications between Mr. Maraccini and Laura Owens on the dates and times indicated. Damn.
Emotional damage.
All right. Well, and I mean, this is the nail in the coffin of this case, are these text messages. I mean, they're going to show that there was knowledge and pattern and practice of doing the same thing to multiple people, you know? And I hope that it does vindicate Mike Maraccini completely. And I will be working on an article about Mike Maraccini's story. So right now, I am going to go, we're going to be done with this stream, and I'm going to go and start reading this report and extracting things out of it that are going to be relevant to Mike's story. And sorry, I just saw a question there. It says, why is it not signed? I think it is signed. It just might be the screenshot that I have. It might have just been cut off. I don't know. But I think it is signed. It's signed on the first page. Here's the signature page. Here we go. Hold on. I'll show you. All right. Signature page. It was just on a different page. Attached is my report, the findings in this case. Let me know if you have questions. And there it is. All right, so I'm going to go start digging. And I can't wait to unravel this story. It's going to be great. All right, I'm going to do that right now. You guys, I'm going to leave you with, what am I going to leave you with? How about, did I get through all of my super chats? No, I've got one here. Helen Vershner, thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate that. Oh, by the way, Tug is, he got a lot of tornado damage at his house. So a tornado did touch down in the woods by his house, and he has thousands of dollars in damages. I think he's going to go live tonight. Make sure you get on there and, you know, make sure you subscribe and like and do all the things and send breadstick money, because Tug is, his whole yard is ripped up. There are trees out by the roots. His kid's trampoline got bent in half. He has major flooding in his basement. He was down, no power for almost 2 days. He's got a ton of cleanup work to do, and he is, you know, it's real stressful over there too. So yeah, this is the Murphy's Law week, it seems like, for all of us. We're having difficulties, aren't we? But yeah, make sure you tune in for that later on tonight. All right, I may show up on Locals, meganfox.locals.com, while I'm reading through the text messages. Maybe I'll go live for just my Locals peeps. So if you're going to get any sneak previews, it's going to be there, meganfox.locals.com. Yeah, Jeff is streaming his Friday thing, and I might pop in over there for a little bit too. But I do need to get to this. I need to get to reading this and extracting some stuff out of it, because it's unbelievable, you guys. It's going to have the entire story laid out, their entire story laid out through text messages. Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right, so what do we, let's see, I got Helen. What am I going to leave you with? Probably Pond Scum Posse, I think. Let's do that. All right, guys, take care. Have a great rest of your
Pond Scum Posse, baby. Round up a Pond Scum Posse, baby. Hey. You defame me or blame me for some crazy lady's fame game. I was minding my own business when that up sold a tale to the papers in the world, claiming she got rails, sending pics and flicks and texts and shit, thinking no one will question it. What could Toby, you don't know me, all my friends are fucking homies. She couldn't sell me baloney, and now a lawyer thinks I fucking know me. Time bomb, bitch, she ain't on me, fake up in marathon. Settle up, we ride it dog. Settle up, we ride it dog. Pond Scum Posse, baby, round up the Pond Scum Posse, baby. Hey. You insults and war cries, explaining leads to more lies, and slander on your shitty blog posts. Oh my god, you're so cringe, bro. Why you act like this is Jerry Springer, owned so hard by some podcaster? He seems half crazy, maybe drop test a baby, or let Payne eating blasting bullshit on a pond. On his blog, no weirdness spawns. Saddle up, we ride it dog. Time bomb, bitch, she ain't on me, fake up in marathon. Saddle up, we ride it dog. Saddle up, we ride it dog. Pond Scum Posse, baby, round up the Pond Scum Posse, baby. Hey. You insults and war cries, playing leads to more lies, slander on your shitty blog posts. Oh my god, you're so cringe, bro. Why you act like this is Jerry Springer? I'm so hard by some podcaster. He seems half crazy, maybe dropped as a baby, or let Payne eating blasting bullshit. What a pawn on his blog, more weirdness spawns. Saddle up, we ride a dog. Pond Scum Posse, gearing up the storm in Backfield. Shopping keyboards for steel. Ain't no way, no how, motherfucker was never fucking real.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Cowboy